Oh fuck. Okay. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, I was making a fucking video, and then my fucking voice just went to shit, and I tried to like force my way through that shit. I did force my way through that shit, but it was only getting worse, so I just had to stop. But anyway, I'm back. So Jesus, god damn it. So fuck, not SP7, sevens. I want to talk about sevens. Oh, so the most important information about sevens, right? We tend to have different stereotypes of this type. Either like a manic pixie girl with BPD, mental illness, or like some fucking Chadwick who's gonna fuck your mom plus your sister. Obviously, it's not that simple. So, people forget most important information when it comes to sevens is that they are a head type. Really, really, really important. Okay, guys, remember that. Head type, they're not a gut type light. So, their gluttony is primarily really mental. Okay, obviously with SP7 there is more of the grounded physicality. There is still majority of it. There is a lot of mental focus, a lot of mental energy being put there. So we often have this stereotype of this person polymath who wants to learn everything and they're so smart. In fact, it's not a 5 core, it is a 7 core. So remember that. Always more ideas, more possibilities, more information, more variety, anything, some here, some there. Just expand as much as possible, right? So that is kind of how this shit works. Yeah. So obviously, SP7 can be more grounded. They can be more physical. So there is more like maybe focus even on physical security and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, the way they go by doing things, the way they do things, there is a lot of emphasis on really thinking and again focus on the head type. So fucking moving past that. What are some of the good, not good, fucking, there's nothing good. Okay, this is an anagram. This shit ain't good. So, what are the like uh traits that really people sleep on, people really forget? Like what some of the like core qualities. So, one of the really biggest qualities is the fact that people really don't understand is that they're very persuasive, charming, and charismatic people. So, this is again something people sleep on. Those people can be very talkative, they're very witty, they're very very talkative, very verbal. Their verbal intelligence, their ability to talk their way out of any situation, to kind of really lube your ass up with words, they know how to do that. They know how to negotiate, they know how to use the influence and how to really charm you.
The way I see it, that's because you're tough, but you're fair. You're all about justice. That's what I'm saying.
This is why, remember, there are fucking charlatans. Sevens, I don't give a fuck which seven, they are a charlatan. That includes SO7, which, by the way, tries to be a fucking angel. He's a charlatan. He's a hidden charlatan. So that's kind of how. Once you understand they're charlatans, you fucking everything becomes easy about sevens. There's always this one piece of information that makes any type just so clear, right? Once you get that, it's easy. It's done. It's solved. So this is the case. Charlatanism of the fucking highest order, okay? As simple as. They know how to bullshit, they know how to talk, they know how to twist ideas, they know how to fucking twist reality. Again, either to entertain themselves because they're fucking bored, or to gain an upper hand, to gain advantage, or again, shit, depending on the subtype, right? So that's something that does happen, and people really fucking sleep on it. They associate that with more 3 cores and more like 2 cores. No, boys, no. So other traits kind of include like being rebellious. So depending on the subtype, again, the rebellion might be more indirect. More intellectual. Again, it's an intellectual rebellion. They're not gonna go on a fucking street and start, fucking yell, come at me, fuck this government, burn this shit down. Don't think of them that way. Again, a mental type. So it's more of an intellectual rebellion, and oftentimes it is more of an indirect rebellion. So I would say many sevens, those are the charlatans. Again, the charlatanism comes out. They try to find the loopholes around the system. They try to play the system. It's epic. They might not be like, fuck you, system, let's have a go at it. But they'll still be like, fuck the system on the down low. And let me cheat the system on the down low. Very fucking like 7 as fuck, okay? 7 as fuck. That's just it. So, let's go. The rebelliousness is there. Also, narcissism. People forget that. Narcissism. But what do I mean by narcissism? Again, intellectual narcissism. Those people, their mind is their superpower. Okay, remember that. They can talk their way out of any situation, and they know it. They put a lot of fucking confidence in their ability to turn situations to their benefit, to charm people, to navigate those situations, to network people. Anything that involves their fucking mind, they can be extremely confident in. Ability to those motherfuckers can twist fucking truth and facts, man. Like that's how this shit works. They can twist anything to win, or even for fun, because fuck it, they're bored. So that's how, again, I would expect them to be great at debates, great at really understanding those kind of arguments, and handling those things and twisting those things in a way where, fuck man, you're lost. So that's a big quality. Intellectual narcissism. Some other they're more seductive. Some, again, in some subtypes, there is this, some sevens are more like of a magical thinker, magical dreamer, pixie girl. That's what we usually think, right? Like kind of like a very hyper idealistic pixie girl who's just like, oh, scattered and talkative and an exhibitionist and like all of that shit, vibrant. That's what we usually think of an SX7. And again, there's a differences between those the type subtypes, right? An SP7 is going to seem more aggressive. They are going to seem more grounded. Again, using their charlatanism to better their life and gain more security, gain more satisfaction, physical satisfaction even. But and people might say, well, okay, Russ, what the fuck's the difference between an 8 and an SP7? So for me not to really make another video on this shit, I'm gonna make it now. And the differences is clear, okay? Think like this: an 8 core lives primarily in the present, and his approach is very forceful and direct. That's all you need to know. This is not an SP7. SP7 is a charlatan, okay? And he will use indirect means and strategic thinking to really gain advantage. He's not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's fucking fight it out. No, 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 no. It's just a more careful person who really does understand how to use future orientation to their advantage. Simple as. If you're a geek ENTP, you are sure you're an ENTP, and you think you're an 8 core, but you are an absolute fucking nerd. Like, and you'd rather hide in a basement than engage in a physical fucking altercation or like physical world, touch some grass. You're probably a fucking SP7, not an 8 core. So moving on. On the other hand, we have SO7s, right? And part of the trait structures even says they can be great hosts. They can be fucking saintly almost. They can be, again, give themselves out and help you and really be altruistic and so like selfless. That is also something that can be part of sevens. It is just specifically SO7. So remember that, guys. Okay, so as you see, there's so much to this type. But they are defined by charlatanism. Fucking 100%. Let me fucking think if there is something more that I need to add about 7. So we have this rebelliousness. Also, okay, very non-committal, very flaky individuals. They don't want to be boxed in. They don't want to be trapped by commitment. They want to be trapped by rules. They want to be trapped by something they cannot escape from. So that is the kind of type. Again, depending on the subtype, but that is the core quality that all of them will have. Very non-committal fucking people. Just, again, I would say if they ain't healthy, like if they really haven't been working on themselves, they struggle fucking deeply. Good luck with getting an actual commitment, like actually fucking proof of commitment. The 7 core is just gonna fucking talk his way out and be like, nah, bro, it's not that fucking deep, and then list you 50 other bullshit reasons that he probably fucking made up in the moment as proof. Like, the fuck? So that's kind of how it goes. So 7's very interesting type. But those are like one of the core main fucking main qualities. Although let's also mention something else. We know persuasive, talkative, high verbal ability, intellectual narcissism. We have this idealism, right? Again, it's a big thing. Idealism is a big thing for 7s. Even SP7. Even SP7 can be quite idealistic. So you need to watch out for that. So I love how I said watch out for that. Like they're gonna fucking No, but I'm saying it's a trait that they have and pay attention to it. So fuck, my voice is gonna go away, but it's okay. I can do it, guys. So listen. Fuck's sake, I'm not fucking doing this again. I'm not fucking doing this again. So, um, idealism, okay? Those are the people who dream big, man. Like the utopian fucking dreams of La La Land, very fucking sevenish, right? Thinking of a better future, being stuck in future almost, thinking about the future.
I hope we're traveling frequently throughout the solar system, perhaps preparing for missions to nearby star systems. I think all of this is possible within 50 years.
That's one of the also qualities that differentiate a God type like 8 and 7. So, a lot of mental energy, focus on the future. How to make the best out of my future. Imagine future, beautiful, vibrant, future. But then there's also this disappointment, that comes afterwards because you imagine something and you try to make it happen, whatever, and then reality is much more disappointing than your imagination and your dreams. So reality always knocks them the fuck out. Simple as that. Always make sure that they get their fucking due. So idealism, again, forward thinking, a lot of so much head type influence, guys. You would see this. Now, what are some of the examples of sevens I can think of? Okay, I would say this. I would say people do argue that Thomas Shelby is SP7, and if you, of course, he's a more PTSD one. But if you really look at his kind of abilities, what he's good at and what he sucks, and you kind of see head type. You really see that. I mean, that's his strength, right? Planning, taking advantage of every situation, thinking. He's a thinker, so that is that's something that can happen. So that's kind of one of the examples of SP7. Some then again we have like a 7 core, which would be like Tony Stark from Avengers. Some people argue he's like an SO7. So I'm not really sure what he exactly is, but I would say he's probably a fucking 7. So there are some examples out there. If you know examples that I don't, make sure to write them down below to help other people. So that's it, guys. Maybe at some point I'll make some like in-depth kind of talk about each subtype. We'll see, or maybe just comparing different types with one another, like SP7 and 8, or SO7 and some other fucking type, SO9 for example, and shit like that. But that's it for now, and catch us later.